Hi everybody. Well, we're going to read another chapter of Old Granny Fox. Now let's see. First of all, hello to Jackson, Matthew, Marjorie, and Emma, all here in Maine. Let's see, Malia and Lucas in Missouri, Kai Ming and Rukai in Washington State, Hope here in Maine. Hi, Hope. Dylan in Maine. Let's see now. Leslie and Mary over in England, Ezzy and Indy in Oklahoma, Kayla here in Maine. Let's see now. Sylvia, Macy, and Lillian also here in Maine, and Happer in Maine. Hi, Happer. You're a new one. Okay. Now, chapter 26 is next. Farmer Brown's boy sets a trap. The trouble is that troubles are, more frequently than not, brought on by not but carelessness by someone who forgot. That's from Old Granny Fox. Now let's see, for those who are just joining us for the first time, I don't know if anybody is or not, but there's what just happened in the last chapter. Granny and Reddy Fox found a way to sneak into Farmer Brown's hen house, and they're going to get a couple of those hens for dinner. That's Granny Fox with the skirt on, the glasses on the nose, and the young one's Reddy Fox. Okay, a midnight visit to Farmer Brown's hen house. Now let's see. Granny Fox had hoped that those two hens she and Reddy had stolen from Farmer Brown's hen house would not be missed, but they were. They were missed the very first thing the next morning when Farmer Brown's boy went to feed the biddies. Remember, biddies is a word a lot of people use for hens. He discovered right away that the little sliding door, which should have closed the opening through which the hens went in and out of the house, was open. Then he remembered he had left the hen yard gate open the night before. Carefully, Farmer Brown's boy examined the hole with the sliding door. "Ha!" he said presently, and held up two red hairs which he had found on the edge of the door. "Ha! I thought as much. I was careless last night and didn't fasten this door, and I left the gate open. Reddy Fox has been here, and now I know what has become of those two hens. I suppose it serves me right for my carelessness. I suppose, if the truth were known, those hens were of more real good to him than they ever could have been to me, because the poor fellow must be having a pretty hard work to get a living these hard winter days. Still, I can't have him stealing any more. That would never do at all. If I shut them up every night and am not careless, he can't get them. But accidents will happen, and I might do just as I did last night, think I had locked up when I hadn't. I don't like to set a trap for Reddy, but I must teach the rascal a lesson. If I don't, he will get so bold that those chickens won't be safe even in broad daylight." Now, at just that very time, over in their home, Granny and Reddy Fox were talking over plans for the future, and shrewd old Granny Fox was pointing out to Reddy how necessary it was that they should keep away from that hen yard for some time. "We've had a good dinner, a splendid dinner. If we are smart enough, we may be able to get more good dinners where this one came from," said Granny, "but we certainly won't if we are too greedy. But I don't believe Farmer Brown's boy has missed those two chickens, and I don't see any reason at all why we shouldn't go back there tonight and get two more, if he is stupid enough to leave that gate and little door open," whined Reddy. "Maybe he hasn't missed those two, but if we should take two more, he certainly would miss them, and he would guess what had become of them, and that might get us into no end of trouble," snapped Granny. "We are not starving now, and the best thing for us to do is keep away from that hen house until we can't get anything else to eat anywhere else. Now you mind what I tell you, Reddy. Don't you dare go near there." Reddy promised, and so it came about that Farmer Brown's boy hunted up a trap, all for nothing, as far as Reddy and Granny were concerned. Very carefully, he bound strips of cloth around the jaws of the trap, for he couldn't bear to think of those cruel jaws cutting into the leg of Reddy, should he happen to get caught. You see, Farmer Brown's boy didn't intend to kill Reddy if he should catch him, but to make him a prisoner for a while, and so keep him out of mischief. That night, he hid the trap very cunningly just inside the hen house, where anyone creeping through that little hole made for the hens to go in and out, be sure to step in it. Then he purposely left the little sliding door open part way, as if it had been forgotten. He also left the hen yard gate open, just as he had done the night before. "There now, Master Reddy," said he, talking to himself. "I rather think that you are going to get into trouble before morning." And doubtless Reddy would have done just that thing, but for the wisdom of sly old Granny. And that's the end of that chapter. I'll see you next time, everybody.